I told you it's gotta be part 2. But anyway, back to making this video right here. You got right now. Here's where we left off. We left off on the salt. What we did here, we added 2 tablespoons of butter. We put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and add 2 tablespoons of milk and no teaspoons of vanilla if you have good for you. And 2 tablespoons of white sugar. Stir it with a fork. Egg yolk. Stir it with a fork. 5 tablespoons of flour. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then a pinch of salt. And now what you're going to do here, I was a little chatty, I'll admit. But here's what you're going to do here. Now you're on the next step. You are going to be stirring all this up right here. And if it's still a little runny, you got to add a little more flour. See, right here, look at me, see? It's very, very runny. It is like super goopy and runny. So what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna add a little more tablespoons of flour. Because like I said in the last video, if yours is like very, very runny, then you add a little more tablespoons of flour. I'm gonna add one more so that way it's not like as runny. Now, if yours is not runny, then good for you. You could just wait on the next step. Let me just stir this all up. Yeah, it smells a little weird. Alright, so here we go. Here's what we got here. I don't know if it's as runny or not. See, I don't think it's as runny. But I'm just going to go ahead and add 1 more tablespoon of powder. Because, yeah, just 1 more spoon. 1 more tablespoon. And then we got here, what we have here. It's just... Here's what we have so far. It is not as runny as this. It is not runny. It's not as runny as last time, but it is going everywhere. And now here's where we are almost done here. It is not as floppy, but I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm going to go put this fork on a napkin so that way it doesn't like drip out. And so you should be having this. Yeah, you should be having this right now. So here is the next step. You have just made it to the next step on making it. Now, if your guys is still very floppy, like kind of like mine, but like still super floppy, just keep adding a little bit more powder. Just pause the video, and then you'll get the powder. So I'll be waiting. All right, I think you had a little long enough. Now, if you guys already is not as floppy, like what was that? I was just waiting for the other guys. So if you guys already got it, good, keep up. Good for you. You can move on. Now, if it's still floppy and runny, then just keep stirring it. But if you give up, just give up. Now, this one is optional. Like I said in the last video, you can add chocolate chips if you want. But if you don't want chocolate chips, then you could just go ahead and move on to the next level. But I'm just going to stir it because it says stir. You guys, if you don't want to stir, you don't have to. But I'm going to do it anyway, just in case. I have a headache, but it's okay. And now, it is like very, very floppy. Now, if you guys, it's still like floppy, then just move on, because you will be giving up. Now, this next part is very, very important. You are going to be putting you're going to be putting this in for a minute and a half. Let me just put these eggs away. Ow, Jesus. I just hurt myself. But yeah, here you go. Here is the next step on making this. You're going to take your cup or mug or whatever you got it in here, and you are going to put it in for a minute and a half. Well, we are hoping. What the? Alright guys, I am just gonna film the whole thing because I don't feel like editing this video. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and eat a fish stick. Donna's cooking. Because I am so hungry. And I'm gonna be putting these away. Oh God, I hope that doesn't explode. Oh yeah, and after when you're done, you can go ahead and just throw your forks away because you're not going to need them now. Only 40 seconds left. It is going to be rising up. I'll be putting these away. Alright guys, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Now, it is done, but here's what it should look like. This is really important to you guys. Here's what it's supposed to look like. It's already smoking. It should have risen a little bit. Here's what it's supposed to look like. I know it's steaming just a little bit. Now this cake should be firm. I'm going to take a little feel of it. Take a feel of that cake. See if it's firm. Yeah, it is very squishy. See right here? It's a little stuck. See, here's the cake here. I'm gonna touch it. It is squishy. It is very hot and squishy. Let me open this. Now we're gonna let it cool for 2 to 3 minutes. So we're just gonna let it cool for 2 to 3 minutes. So I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes later. Alrighty, it is 3 minutes later, and now I'm going to feel and see. Alright, yeah, it's still a little warm, but it is not as warm. Here is the last step on making this. This one is also optional. You can put on frosting if you want, but if you don't, then you might actually be done. And I'm going to give somebody a taste test. So someone tried this cake and it needs a little more sugar. So I am just going to throw this piece away because that is germs. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to place this spoon here and we're going to add a little more sugar. Now, if your cake already tastes a little better, if it tastes good, then you could just exit this video. Just click off, put a like and subscribe and just click off. But I'm just going to add a little more sugar for those of you guys that needs a little more sugar. But if it's completely ruined, or if it's like bad, then just start over. Alright. Let's stir it. Then I use a tea fork. Alright, it is not perfect, but let's go ahead and give it another taste test. I'm trying the cake. It is alright. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. We had fun. Put a like and subscribe. And okay. See you all the time. See ya. That's all the time. Peace out.